All right. So here we go. Um, Give me 1 sec here to make sure everything's up and running. All right. Make sure I got my echo here. So I'm actually gonna have a couple things to say, I think, on this one. All right. Make sure I got my echo here. There we go. All right. So start this off. I wanna just say, like, I think it's important to understand where this came from, not because of any kudos or any bullshit like that, because I don't care about that too much, but because there's I knew from the start, like even I questioned this stuff when I first saw it. And I know other people are going to question it for the same reasons. Like, why now? Why is this showing up? Why do we all of a sudden have this stuff? Why is this, mother load being dropped on us right now? Because this is a huge deal. I see it as a huge deal. Me personally, this is massive. Um, so, yeah, here I am, man. Here I am. Thanks for letting me ramble earlier. And no, I'm not going to copyright strike you for using anything. Anyway, so um, I just want to go into this. Like my understanding of the way this progressed, at least my interpretation of how this all progressed, is a few months ago. The FBI started releasing stuff in the vault. And it took a while for the mainstream press to actually realize that there was stuff in the vault. Obviously, apparently they're not watching us. They don't care about us or anybody in the community. So whatever is what it is, And so they just finally realized that there's stuff in the vault about, Paddock and Vegas shooting, and so they started writing articles and done videos on that and whatever. I don't even remember how far back that was, but did some videos about that stuff. They started realizing that there was stuff out there. They kind of did nothing videos. They didn't really say much. Just talked about what was a little bit of what was in the vault and stuff. And then what you ended up with is something in the vault that it seems like caught the eye of the Review Journal, at least some people at the Review Journal, which I can understand because, the guy who was working on this was, I believe, Jim Geierman back in the day. And, and he's now dead. I know that hit them really hard. And they've been trying to kind of, I don't know, boost his legacy. They really were not happy when he was murdered for a story that he wrote, basically. Seems like, allegedly. Um, anyway, so they went out and they started asking the FBI for information, right? That was found in this FBI drop, right? So the FBI, had a thing in there saying that it's Paddock left some stuff in an office building in Mesquite, Texas, and that ownership of that building changed hands a few times, and eventually, when this all happened, somebody found this stuff or recognized him and his name or whatever. Probably knew who the previous owner was somehow, and decided to ship that off to, it sounds like, the LVMPD, and as opposed to the FBI. If it was to the FBI, I probably never would have seen it, but to the LVMPD. So the LVMPD gets this information. They sit on it for a bit, and eventually, the Las Vegas Review Journal asked for this information based off of what they saw in the FOIA. Hello. And so, that was kind of the progression of how this all happened. Now, how what's interesting about this to me is, Diana's right here, and that was a person who, originally, pointed this article to me pointed this article out to me in Fox News. It was about these letters to Paddock. And so I did a video on it. I did a video last night. Was it last night? I don't even fucking remember anymore. But did a video thinking, it's like, I wasn't even going to do a video, honestly. Thinking it's a big nothing burger. Doesn't matter. What Las Vegas Review Journal put out there just really wasn't much of anything. Didn't think it would go anywhere. Didn't really think it mattered. So I was actually planning on not really doing a video, on this originally because, with the stuff that the FOIA, the original FOIA, when they originally started doing articles about the FOIA, it was big nothing burger. So, I kind of did the video last night and in that video, I, I asked, or I was kind of mentioning that it'd be nice if somebody reached out to Review Journal. I actually got in touch with somebody over there and got these letters. I didn't think it was going to happen. Really didn't. Today, all of a sudden, Michelle comes up with these letters. She got them from him. She did some heavy lifting there. And she got these letters from the Las Vegas Review Journal. I'm surprised they gave them up, man. Really surprised. I did not think this was going to be a thing. I really did not expect this. And so, I got to say, thanks to everybody, man. This is absolutely amazing that this happened the way it is. Thanks to Diane here, and thanks to Michelle for getting this stuff. Thanks to Truth Seeker for putting Michelle, giving her a platform so that she could get this out because I've been a little busy. I haven't been able to do this stuff during the day, just late at night, ass crack of dawn like now. So, just want to say some of that, man. Thanks to everybody for everything, with this, because I think this is huge. I personally think this is massive. I think this is great. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, but you reading that article and passing that along, man, that helped in this chain of events that ended up leading to this is crazy. So this is that's what this is. This is supposedly some letters left around in an office building in Mesquite, Texas. And when that office building changed hands, it ended up in the hands of someone else. And so now, here we are looking at it. It ended up eventually after the shooting, ended up in the hands of the FBI somewhere around, in 2017, late 2017. So that's what we're looking at. And these letters are very interesting. I've only personally gotten through, I think, the first 15 pages out of 23, I believe it is. And it's very interesting. So some of this is brand new to me as well as, I'm sure some of you have already read through all this stuff. So it gives you a timeline, though. And that's what's kind of important to me. That's what I want to see, is what the actual timeline is here, and kind of go into that a little bit, because I'm not looking up these people right now. I think we do have some addresses that do change here a little bit. So we got July 2nd, 2013, which, okay. Mr. Jim Nixon, attorney service of something Inc. Man, this guy's writing is horrible. His grammar is horrible. And I believe this is the guy that we saw on the Review Journal speaking. So they did their due diligence. So this is a real person. I believe this person did talk on the news, talk to the Review Journal, it seems like. So I believe this is legit. So attorney services of, and an attorney that writes this badly, it's crazy, but whatever. Attorney services of, I don't know if that says Love something Inc. I don't know. But God, yeah, I can't even make that out right now. 10816 LBJ Freeway, Mesquite, Texas. So this guy's in Mesquite. I should have known that. I should have looked him up yesterday. Mesquite. So, dear Steve, and again, this is 2013. Dear Steve, hope you are well and doing good. Thank you for the financials. They look good. Everything seemed to be in order and going well. I must tell you that I not received your packet. You said you mailed on June 20th, 2013, but I did receive the faxes and emails. Please tell me uh, what you want to do about Attorney Service of Louisiana, Inc. Okay. Louisiana is going to come up again, I believe. Our last meeting, you want to sell it, but we have not confirmed anything and nothing from any investors. Okay, so Attorney Service of Louisiana. Is that what this is? This isn't Love Whatever the fuck I said. It's Louisiana Inc., which I don't know how you get that out of that, but yeah, it is what it is. Attorney Services Louisiana Inc. So what are we talking here? Are we talking about Attorney Service of Louisiana Inc. Paddock's looking at selling this company that this dude's representing. Mr. Jim Nixon, Attorney Service of Louisiana Inc. So I'm guessing, yeah, he's selling the company that this guy belongs to. Let's see. Haven't heard anything from the investors. You asked $450,000 for Attorney Service of Louisiana Inc. And remember that America's Attorney Service Inc., a Texas corporation, was formed at your instruction in Texas. And we are waiting your instruction on what and how to form. As to how goes, we will use attorneys in both firm, but will not file the incorporation until the 2 year. Is that 2 year? Oh my God. Period. I guess is that 2 year period is up? That looks like an X, not a Y. So around January 2015, we will file. This page 2 of the same thing, I guess. 7/2/2013. Okay. We will need about 135,000 to go to get things off the ground. It's of the ground, but off the ground and running. Of course, these pages are a little cut off on the end. I am happy to act in the company, the capacity as Vice President of Operations. Here is the setup as you requested. Got a lot of names here. It's kind of interesting. None of these names I remember from any kind of reports or anything, so not really sure. President Rita Nixon. Rita Nixon. So this guy married? His wife? Chairman of the board, Steve Paddock. President Rita Nixon. Not sure what the little A circled there is. Vice President Jim Nixon. So yeah, is that his wife? Oh, Vice President Miguel Roca, Secretary Ann Mondre, Treasurer G.A. Joyner, General Manager Alex Morrison, Manager question mark. So they don't know who's going to be the manager, if they're even going to have one, I guess. Director Stephen Miller. Let's see. Hold on, I'm reading. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just reading comments. Let's see, Steve, as you instructed, we only select 2 directors, you and Dr. Miller. As you know, Dr. Miller said he would be in a position to put in some, looking up at Stephen Miller. Fuck, there's going to be a million of those out there. Would be in a position to put in some money or invest no later than July 2015 or sooner. He wants us to count him in for 45,000 and no more than 100,000. We are looking forward to have, I guess that's having the corporate chart all out and ready no later than November 10th, 2013. Please instruct on what our next move. I'm guessing, yeah, uh, will be done to get things set in motion. That's page 3 of the same thing, and money flowing. Please note that it will be somewhere around June of 2014 before the merger will take place. In other words, it will take about 11 months to make things happen. Secretary of State will file the paper within 72 hours. And should we put a rush on them, uh, anyhow, can we use the corporate structure without shedding out big bucks? We will be able to function and set up offices all in one breath. We have located a building, see, 3939 US Highway 80 East, Mesquite, Texas. So it'd be interesting to see, like, because he did have a couple buildings in Mesquite that he actually owned. That might be one of them that's now a bank, might be a Chase Bank. I should actually look that up. I'm gonna in a second here. Let's see. It's in the Edge Creek Plaza building, and the rent starts at 1,600. We looked at several offices, and we like 3 offices uh, or suites that we like. I don't know, them. I don't know. I'm sending you blueprints and layout of the space. You can pick the ones you like. We have one on the second floor, 2 on the third floor, and 2 on the fourth floor. Let me know. I will see you soon. Best wishes. So, attorney, attorney stuff. He has attorney services. He's buying attorney services, um, firms or whatever. I That's weird. That's strange. So real quick though, I want to see what's at this LBJ freeway here. Um, what do we got? 10816. Let's see, it's LBJ freeway. And again, I know a lot of this was done by Michelle earlier, but unfortunately, like I've been so busy today, I hadn't had time to actually watch the. I tried to get through a lot of the Truth Seeker videos they did, but I just didn't have the time to watch it, live. So, and I haven't. I decided just to do this since I got home. Okay, so, um, okay, this is interesting. What do we got here? We got a Pizza Hut. Okay, well, here we go. Um, let's see. Sorry, I gotta do a little bit of this. Okay, so there's the address they gave us. Um, yeah, that's something. That's something. What the fuck am I looking at? Okay. Yeah, there's supposed to be like an office building right here. I mean, okay, so maybe these buildings back here in the background, maybe that's the address for these buildings. I guess that's possible. Those don't really look too much like, let's see what we got back here. I'm just curious. Do these actually have a street connecting? There's a street there, but I don't see a name on this street. And do these look like office buildings? Not really, I guess. Somewhat. What is this? It's a spa. Okay, there's a spa here. Um, for lease, I guess could be these right here. Let's see if there's an address on these. Damn it. I can't zoom in. I want to see an address, damn it. Give me an address. Little bastard. It's not zooming in for me. Um, what is this? LTS Academy College of Hair. All right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna look that up. Let's see. LTS College of Hair. And where are we? We're in Mesquite, Texas. Okay. So let's see what the address is on this. This is 1900 Oates Drive. Okay, so that's not it. This is Oates Drive. It looks like. At least that information is up to date. So what are we talking about? We talking about this building here? This burger joint? Burger King? No, no, I doubt it. I greatly doubt it. So, man, that's a little sus, dude. That's a little sus. Um, let's try typing in the freeway again, man. Because that gave me 16 or 1060, I think. Let's see. Let's do if I can get this copy and pasted. So let's paste this in there. Let's go back to what we're looking at here. All right, and then that's Street View. Why did it give me something else? Why did that give me something completely different? What the? Okay, that's goofy. So this is is this it? It's Kingsley Road. This is Walnut Lane. Um, yeah, that's Walnut Lane. This is I believe this is the interstate. It's just Dallas, Texas. Doesn't even give you a street name on this one. Are you kidding me? But this is LBJ Road. The LBJ Freeway is what they're calling it. Sorry for the erratic jumping around here, but that is not it. The freeway's up here. Okay, this is the freeway. This is the interstate. And are we getting closer? Yeah, we're getting closer. So I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. So that's a little weird, right? That's a little weird. Um, that's a little strange. Um, definitely strange. Have to look a little more into that. All right. So that's what we got. Yeah, I mean, the fact that you guys told me that some of these addresses are wonky on their stream, because again, I didn't have a chance to actually watch it all myself. I was kind of like passively watching it because I wish I could have, but damn it, I was hella busy today, man. It's crazy. And yes, I just said hella, man. I can't believe my mouth. Okay. So let's see, what are we looking at here? We have they found, where's that place that they found? They had another address down here. Let's see, 3939 US Highway 80 East. So that address was the address this guy was riding from, the highway. So obviously this guy's a hobo on the side of the freeway. It's weird. That's not the case, but that's weird. Let's see, 3939 US Highway 80 East. Is this gonna be another one just like that? Because that's gonna suck, man. Let's see, was it? Is 3939? Let's see, US Highway East, Highway 80. Let's see, East Mesquite, Texas. Okay. So let's see what we got for Street View here. Let's put this on screen. Okay, this is legit. This is a legit address. Um, at least it came up immediately. So wait, why'd this give me Bahamas Drive? Why does this give me Bahamas Drive? Because this is US Highway 80 right here. Okay. US 80. So this is let's see, 4033, 4031. Oh my God. Really, dude? Really? I mean, is that it? Is that what he said? Edge Creek Plaza. I think that's the name of it. Yeah, I think that's the name he used. Edge Creek Plaza. Okay. Let's check this out real quick. I believe that's what he called it though. I think that's the name of it. Let's see. That was wait, what are you saying? That's the address where the letters were written. Um Yeah, written from, right? But this is like they located a building, okay, at 3939 US Highway 80 East. Okay. So it's Edge Creek Plaza. Okay, so that's the building. And I believe they're talking about in this building, they're talking about the rent being 1600. Uh, they're talking about having the one on the second floor, two on the third floor, and two on the fourth floor. So they're renting spaces in this building. So that's what that is. All right. So that is that building. Okay. So here we go. This is where shit goes fucking off the rails. It looks like March 17th, 2014. So this is after that last letter, right? This is after that last letter. This is from Mr. Albert Stockton, 2750 God Bay Road. I think that's how it's pronounced. I don't know. College Park, Georgia. Let's see, to Mr. Jim Nixon, America's Attorney Service Inc. So now he's calling himself America's Attorney Service. So I wonder if they got rid of the Louisiana Attorney Service. So yeah, I wonder if that's what's going on here. PO Box. It's a PO Box in Bulk Spring, Texas. Which I'll look that up in a minute. Reply accounting service. Now, this is where shit goes off the rails. And this is why this is so damn interesting. Dear Mr. Nixon, please note that I've been working with Mr. Paddock for the past several years and believe that he will be the ideal accountant investor for your business. Steve have a very unique accounting practice and he is very professional, not to mention honest. 15 years with the CIA. 15 years with the CIA. That's actually written here. He is funny and will keep you happy as long as you are his client. In other words, I have nothing but good to say about Steve. I realize you've only known Steve for about 3 to 5 years in personal manner, but professionally, you will be impressed. Steve talks a lot about his CIA days, but he is a good person to know and will work for you. Please give him a chance. Sincerely, Mr. Albert Stockton, CIA. Now, this letter's weird because my understanding, like, again, I didn't get through all of these because I'm about 8 pages short, I think, of finishing this. But my understanding of these is all these letters are written by this Mr. Nixon. This one is not. This one's written to Mr. Nixon. And so all these letters are from Mr. Nixon, uh, uh, whatever, Jim Nixon, to Stephen Paddock. At least yeah, yeah, they're all Paddock. They do say Paddock's name. So to Paddock, but this one letter here is not. It's a letter received by Nixon, not sent by Nixon, which is strange. It's strange, the fact that you're looking at a batch of letters that possibly most likely were kept by Steve, saved by Steve in a box. It later got found by somebody else. And then in the middle of it, you have this letter that was written not to Steve, but to the guy that was writing to Steve. It's a little strange. It's a little strange, but all I could say is as you're reading through these letters, this Jim Nixon and Stephen Paddock seemed like they were extremely close, like extremely close, about as close as you can get. And considering Mr. Nixon here is in Texas, it's very well possible that they, spent a lot of time together in this office or whatever, doing whatever business they were doing. And I guess it's possible that this their stuff got jumbled up together, or it's even possible that this Jim Nixon guy gave this letter to Paddock saying, "Look, this guy likes you. This guy really likes you. He just sent me a letter saying how great you are. Check this letter out." You know, I mean, it's possible. I don't know, but it's really strange that this letter would be included in all this. So, real quick, the addresses. I'm just kind of curious here what comes up. 2750, which I'm not too worried about the first address, but I'm going to look it up anyway, just to make sure it's a legit address. But I'm sure it is. Let's see. Nixon had made copies of the letters and left them in the office. Sorry, guys, I'm not reading everything you guys. Uh, if you guys write, man, you guys are having fun in the comments, dude, and it's hard to read everything. Let's see. It could have been torn down. It's been 9 years. We can't stop watching this. Um, oh, you're talking about the building. You're talking about the building on that first one. Okay, that makes sense. That would make sense. Okay, Godby Road. And this is Albert Stockton. Oh, I gotta show the picture. I'm sorry. I'm slipping here. I'm starting to read. I'm reading comments here, so I'm getting caught up. Yeah, you got a point there. Yeah, the building could have been torn down. It's a strange place for a building, though. But yeah, that's very well possible. I don't. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. So this is 27 35. He was at 2750. Where's 2750? This is Godby Road. Oh, of course, the address isn't changing. Great. Wow. Those are weird looking buildings, man. Those are strange. Oh, in typical intelligent fashion, I just found the plus sign to make things bigger. Wait, what address am I looking for? I'm looking for 2750. Okay, so we got 2905. So we're looking, yeah, I think it's that building. Let's see. I think it's that building right there, honestly. Sierra Townhomes. Okay, so these are townhouses. So he lives in here somewhere, most likely. Um, Surprised they don't have individual addresses. So it's 2735. So this is the actual address. Yeah, so he must live in here somewhere. That's weird though. It doesn't have an apartment number or anything like that. But I guess they may just have the mailbox. Yeah, they have the mailboxes right there, right? So I'm guessing, yeah, there's a mailbox right there. So it's probably by name. All right, cool. Okay, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. I can handle that. Let's see, America's Attorney Service Inc. Let's see, PO Box. First of all, I'm going to look up Attorney Service Inc. America's Attorney Service Inc. Okay, and uh, Yeah, I'm not getting anything about this. American Eagle's what I'm getting. American Eagle Attorney Service. So unless All American Attorney Service Inc., but that's in Los Angeles, California based stuff. Let's see, Apple Valley, California is the American Eagle Attorney Services. There's something called ALDS, as trustworthy and compassionate person. America Ochoa will be resourceful guy through your personal legal matters as notary public and legal document, whatever. Um, yeah, I'm not finding anything on this. See, and I'm not going to go too crazy on this right now. American Legal Support Services Inc. I'm getting that, but that's yeah, that's not there. Yeah, that's not there at all. Okay, so what else are we looking at? What else are we looking at here? What about his PO box? Bulk Springs, Texas. Let's see. Let's look at. Let me put that back on screen so I can actually see it. Let's get rid of this. Okay, let's share screen. Let's go back to. I'm gonna go back to this real quick so that I can actually pull this off without going crazy. Um, so it's PO Box 80094. This is Bulk Springs. Bulk Springs, Texas. Okay. People living at PO Box. Yeah, no, that's not what I'm looking at. Oh. Yeah, that's weird. Okay, well, here, let's. It's probably nothing though, but this is interesting. All right, so when you look that address up, Jimmy Nixon, living in Balk Springs, Texas. Contact details. What do you know? I ain't fucking with this guy. um, yeah, I'm not going there. He's got an address there though. It claims that is his address. All right. Let's see. Rita L. Nixon in DeSoto, Texas, age 73. Okay. Well, that kind of fits. 501c organizations in Balk Springs, Texas. Oh, it's not going to freaking. That's interesting that came up, though. Let's see. 92 more rows. What is this? Is this going to show me? I don't think it's going to show me. Download list. We're going to charge you for it. Oh, no, here we go. Second chance kittens and cats. Let's see. So I don't see, let's see, American Legion. No, American Legion, American Youth Football. Yeah, so I'm not seeing the American Attorney thing. So that's gone. This is Louisiana here. And I'm not going to go through all these right now because otherwise I'll be sitting here boring the shit out of myself for the next hour looking through this crap. But let's see if there's MGK Productions. What? Machine Gun Kelly? Is that what's going on here? Let's see. National Association of Firefighters. Let's see. Yeah, there's no Louisiana thing there either. So that's not there. We don't have, let's see, do we have a map down here? Where is that? Just look up Balk Springs. That's funny though, is Jimmy Nixon came up like I didn't even type his name in, but he came up as living there. That's kind of crazy. Like you would think if there's all these companies related to this address here, that you wouldn't be seeing Jimmy Nixon as number 3 on a people search. At number 2, Jesus, it's weird. It's weird. Let's see, algorithms like spying on me and shit. Let's see where Balk Springs, Texas is. Okay, so Balk Springs, Texas, um, is let's see. I'm not sure where Mesquite is next in comparison to this. Let's see. Why don't we look up Mesquite, Texas to Balk Springs? 9 minutes. Yeah, it's pretty close. So it's right there. It's right up the street from Mesquite. So that's close. That's kind of what I expected. That's what I was kind of hoping it would be because that's simple. That's a simple explanation there. Um, so nothing really strange about that. So what do we got here? We got he was in 2014. He was using this Balk Spring, Texas, as his address. Above up here, he was using the LBJ Freeway, Mesquite, Texas. Okay, so yeah, two addresses fairly close to each other. Um, but anyway, what this looks like is he already knew Paddock. At this point, this is what 2014. The other letter was in 2013, I believe, up here. So he's already doing business with Paddock, which to me is strange. So I guess I guess you could say what's going on here. Okay, yeah, good night. Um, I guess you could say what's going on here is straight up. This dude knew Paddock. They're buddies. They're friends. And this dude writes him a letter saying, "Hey, you should use this guy, Stephen Paddock. He's a really cool dude, and he's great, and he worked for the CIA and all this bullshit." And he got this letter and probably sitting in a room with Paddock said, "Hey, check this out." And gave it to Paddock. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, May 7th, 2017. Jim Nixon did Dear Steve. Now, one thing people were having issue with is that date at 2017 that had happened in 2017 that these were found after that building had already changed hands. But you know I, there's a lot of problems with that, man. I mean, I don't know the specifics. Like, I'm trying to wrap my head around this. And so like, this guy was riding Paddock, obviously, in 2017. These letters ended up in Mesquite, Texas, in an office building in 2017. Paddock supposedly sold that place. And again, I'd have to go back and look all that up. But Paddock supposedly sold that place over there in Mesquite in, oh God, what were they saying? I think they said 2013 or 14, something like that. So, but what about Nixon, right? What about Nixon? And Nixon, was Nixon still owning some places over there? How about Okamoto? Was Okamoto still owning places over there? Because I know Okamoto, which is, I believe, Peggy's brother, um, Paddock's ex-wife, his, I guess what, ex brother-in-law, was owned some property down there as well. So if that's the case, then I mean, he still has connections there. What he's doing there, dumping his shit there, I don't know, but he still has connections down there. So I don't know. That's something we have to nail down later, just to figure out the synergy of that. But whatever. For now, I'm not gonna. I've been stressing on that all day long, trying to figure that out. But that's all I can say is that it's possible that Nixon here still had a spot there, and somehow Paddock was dumping his crap there, or even Okamoto, like I said, may have still had his spot there, and may have been still dumping his shit there. I don't know. Maybe Steve was, since they're all in business together. Maybe Steve was giving this guy the money to invest in this stuff, and maybe Steve had a vested interest, so he was still hanging around. I don't know. I really don't know how that worked. Anyway, so May 7th, 2017. Now we're coming up pretty close to shooting here. These are all out of order, by the way. Dear Steve, just a note to say that I am excited. You have completed your mission and you have you plane in sight, your plan in sight. I wish I could be there with you. Who uh, I I don't fucking know what that says. Who's so with you? Whatever, dude. And whatever you are performing, uh, who for it's something, whatever you're performing. Okay, so the problem with okay, so what you said there. See, Paddock never owned that office complex. Nixon rented an office from there. Paddock had an apartment complex that he sold in 2012. Um, did he just have one apartment complex that he sold over there? I mean, he had two LLCs wrapped up down there in Mesquite, Texas. They were both Central Park apartments LLC. I think it was group. I think it was just group 1 and 2 or something like that. Um, so I don't know. I don't know. I mean, the other LLC, the group 2 or something, could have been the Central Park apartments that he had in Florida. I guess I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm busting my brain trying to figure that stuff out. And I haven't even finished yet with that stuff, but I don't know. See, I just don't know. I don't know how that stuff works, man. Uh, kills my brain. Let's see. Be there with you, who, whatever, and whatever you are performing. However, I'm still lost and in the dark on your project. I don't know what to say or do. You realize Dr. Stephen Miller is suing me for $100,000, including my company, my wife, and is that others? For money he received back through you. For money he received back through you. If push come to shove, he will probably say, I don't know you. I have to turn myself in on June 5th, 2017, to serve a 2-year sentence. The fucking parole officer lied and said I'd not submitted a June 2014 report and that I purchased a truck. They give me 2 years. I can understand why you are so bitter and angry. Okay. See you on 5/23/17. Your friend Jim Nixon. Okay, so we're starting to see a little bit of what the context of a lot of this is. We're going to start to see as we go through this, and I don't know how far I'm going to get through this tonight. I'm not going to get through it all. But we're starting to see through this, we're going to see this increasing Paddock getting pissed off as it gets closer and closer to the date of this guy having to go to prison. And that seems like that's a little bit of a motive. A motive. Now, whether, again, the legitimacy of this stuff, I don't know. That's for the individual to decide at this point. But yeah, I don't know, man. Seems pretty legit to me because this is wonky. See, I will have to explain it to you later. I have to go to bed. Good night. Okay. No problem, dude. No problem. I get it. It's late, man. Okay, so May 27th. Okay, so how many days have gone by from May 7th? So 20 days. Of course, he is writing letters, so obviously Paddock is not in Texas at this point. Doesn't have an address for Paddock, of course, on here, but whatever. Dear Steve, I am hoping all is well and doing good. I am I am okay. And looking forward to putting this prison thing behind me soon. I have about 8 days before I have to report to the prison at Forest City, uh, Arkansas. Forest City, Arkansas. Here is the address if you want to write and to visit me. Uh, is that Arkansas or it's Arizona? Fuck, is that Arizona or Arkansas? It's Arizona, isn't it? Um, yeah, because isn't Arkansas like AK or something? Um, am I tripping, dude? I'm probably tripping. Let's see. Early. I'm not. Yeah, Forest City's Arkansas. AR is Arkansas. Arizona's AZ, right? Yeah, Arizona's AZ. Yeah, I'm tripping. I'm completely tripping. Forest City, Arkansas. Why is he going to prison in Arkansas? Like, why Arkansas? That's weird. Why Arkansas? The guy's address is Texas. I mean, does he live in Arkansas? Maybe. I guess that's a possibility. But why is he using an address of Balch Springs, Texas? I with a really good friend of his. That's weird. Yeah, Arizona's AZ. Thank you. I'm like, I'm out of it, man. When I saw that AR, I'm thinking of Arizona for some weird ass reason. I think I even told someone earlier that was Arizona, man. I'm a mess. Um, all right, so here's his. Let's go to federal prison. What did he say for 2 years? He said for 2 years, right? 2 years. That's fucked up, man. That's not right. Um, oh, okay. See, I don't know. I didn't know that's how the federal prison system worked. To be honest with you, I thought they usually sent you to the closest one, but okay. I fuck. I don't know. If you want to write and or visit me, okay. I would greatly appreciate it if you could drop me a letter. I need to hear from you. Now, please listen, my friend. You are a good person. And I want you to know that I am very concerned about you and your well being. I believe you are lying to me and you are going to hurt someone or kill someone. You sound like a real madman on the phone tonight. I need you to check yourself. I believe you're going commit a special shooting match. What the fuck? If you are, please don't shoot. Okay, or oh no, shoot or kill innocent people. Wow. Did he actually mean to say that? Or is it just this guy's broken English fucking things up? Because if he meant to say that, what he's saying here is if you are, please don't shoot or kill innocent people, means he's condoning violence. He's condoning it, except not for innocent people. So go find guilty people and shoot them. That's crazy for someone to say that. That's insane. I can get someone for you who can help you. Please don't go out shooting or hurting people who did nothing to you. Yeah, he's condoned. That's crazy. I'm concerned about the way you are talking and believe you are going to do something very bad. Steve, please don't do what I think you are going to do. This government is not playing with you. They will do one or two things to you. They will kill you or bury you in some prison somewhere. So, Steve, please, whatever you are doing, think about it. You remember you have to answer to God Almighty for your earthly crimes. I thought Stephen wasn't into God. That's weird. Steve, I believe you should turn yourself in for the murder you told me about you committed in 2012. What the fuck? That's crazy. That's crazy. So, I mean, Anyways, let's keep going. Were you telling me the truth? Did you really kill a person to practice? I am sorry, I should not ask you about thing you're told me in confidence, but I need to know. Yeah, you shouldn't have because now it's in the public eye. Although he's dead, so it doesn't matter. Remember, if you kill yourself, you will not go to heaven. What about the family in Louisiana? Don't you think they want to know who killed their family member? Well, Steve, it's your life, but do the right thing. Um, yeah, I was gonna say that too, man. He talked to him on the phone, hung up the phone, and wrote him this letter. But in the letter, he's so when I first read this, I'm thinking you're fucking crazy. You're writing a letter, you're saying that this guy murdered somebody, and you're asking him if it's true in a letter. That's weird. That is so that's that's not a good thing. And I don't think Steve believes in God, at least according to everything. So I don't think any of that really resonate with him. But like, dude, he's dropping a dime on Paddock. I mean, that's what he did here. And I mean, I know this letter was never meant to get out like this, but I mean, dude, you dropped a dime on his ass. I mean, you basically, that's weird. And what if he would have told you, yes, I did it or whatever? I mean, what were you going to do with that information? Why did you need to know that badly? I mean, are you his priest or something? I don't understand. So, I mean, the only thing I could think of when I first read this, let's see, maybe he's covering his, and I am reading your comments, by the way. He's covering his ass, getting it down on paper as proof. I was thinking, like, yeah, I was thinking he was dropping a dime on him. I was thinking this guy's like about to go to prison, and he's like, hey, I know about a murder, and I can tell you guys that this dude like murdered people, and now here's the thing, like here's what I'm wondering. And this is just me, okay? This doesn't have really necessarily to do with this, but I'm wondering if they're investigating Paddock. I'm wondering if, because this guy was going to prison for some sort of business dealings, I'm wondering if Paddock was involved in that. And Paddock started getting paranoid that he was next. And that maybe there was something there because, when I got a letter from the Department of Justice asking, about wanting me to fill out a FOIA for them directly for Paddock's gambling records, I'm like, that's weird, right? Does the Department of Justice have a case going against Paddock? Was there something going on there? Because he's dead, right? He's dead. Supposedly, what's fucked up about that, if that's true, then the whole thing about, he never really had police contact, I guess it's kind of true, but not necessarily because then you're looking at, well, he was under investigation for this and that and the other. Um, Possibly. But then again, there's just something going through my head. It's like, the fuck? Why did Paddock get so bent out of shape that this guy was going to prison? This dude was going to prison. Why, I mean, if I was reading this when I first read this, I thought he's dropping a dime on Paddock. He's trying to get out of prison. He's trying to get out of prison, by diming out Paddock, and that's fucked up. Yeah, well, I mean, it's not fucked up. It's actually, fucking that would have saved a lot of lives. It would have been a good thing, but um, it's just a weird situation. And if Paddock read it in that same light as this guy's about to drop a dime on me and set me up, I don't know, man. There'd be some loyalty issues on that one. I don't know. But, why would Paddock get pissed off? Because what this looks like to me, this whole thing kind of looks like um, Looks like Paddock was continuously getting aggressive as this guy's court date came up, or as this guy's prison date came up, and he was getting more and more insane because this does go off the rails and goes into insane territory. But he's saying that Paddock killed a guy. I mean, this guy's saying it, that Paddock claims he killed a guy in 2012 just for practice. Which, I mean, it doesn't get much more evil than that. I mean, I wouldn't worry about Paddock going to heaven, because if that's true, he already ain't going, man. He's done. I don't think there's much forgiveness for something like that when you kill somebody just for practice. I don't know. That's just me, but I don't think there's any forgiveness for something like that. The so 2012 though, like it's a long ways off, man. That's a long ways off. And I mean, from 2017, so he killed a dude for practice, according to this guy, in 2012, 5 years before this. I mean, that's not practice for what he did. So was Steve always in that job? Was he always losing his fucking marbles? Is that what we're trying to say here? That's a long time before, man. That's a long time, to be harboring that kind of weird. I don't know what you call it. I mean, 5 years. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. So let's move on. June 1st. All right. So June 5th, he said he had to turn himself in. Balk Springs again. Reply telephone call on June 1st, 2017. So no, it's not. Well, I say reply telephone call. Why is that there? Or referencing? Is that reference? On June 1st, 2017. Why is that like that? What does that mean? Can anyone answer that? Like what you think that means? Because I don't have a clue. The only thing I can think of is this is a transcript from a telephone call. But I don't know. Why does it say that? That's weird. That's weird. I don't know. If anyone's got an idea on that, you let me know, because I don't get it. Let's see, dear Steve, for the record. I mean, maybe it's just because I'm tired, but fuck, I can't think of why that says either reply for a telephone call or reference telephone call on June 1st, 2017. Regarding, okay, yeah, it could be regarding also, but still, why? Who writes like that? I don't understand that. I don't know why you would put that. Like, you just talk to the dude, man. It's dated the same day. I don't get it. Oh my god, it hurts my brain. I don't get it. You just talk to the guy, and then you gotta say referencing the call I just had with you on the phone. What the fuck? You're crazy. Yeah, that's possible, but who writes like, I don't know, man. I don't know who writes like that. Oh, I've never seen anything like that. It's weird. That's weird. This is like high school stuff, man. But dear Steve, first, for the record, I am so sorry about your disappointment in our justice system. But what do I have to do with concerts? Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Who writes to somebody after you just talked to him on the phone? I don't know, man. I mean, I'm sitting here thinking, okay, let's say for instance, right, that these are transcripts, right? Somebody wrote this crap down, Um, somebody wrote down what was recorded on the telephone call. Let's say for a weird ass conspiracy, this Jim Nixon is the kind of weirdo that does that, or the kind of guy who works for government agency or some weird thing where he writes down his phone call. He does transcripts of his phone calls with someone like Steve. Why would you write "Dear Steve"? in the top. Like you wouldn't do that, right? He's right. Reference telephone call June 1st, 2017, with Stephen Paddock. You wouldn't write Dear Steve. That's a letter thing. Um. Anyway, I'm tired of thinking about it. First, for the record, I am so sorry about your disappointment in our justice system. So we're getting, anger issues here. But what do it have to do with concerts? What point you are trying to prove? I am really truly about your position and our telephone conversation Sunday night. Sunday night. Okay. Oops. So okay, let's look up something real quick. I want to know what night June 1st, 2017 was. Come on, stop. Give me alerts. 2017. Let's see. June. Okay, so June 2017 calendar. June 1st was a Thursday. A Thursday. So he's saying Sunday night. So that would have been. Oh damn it! It's not giving it to me. That would have been May. That would have been May 28th of that year. Okay. So that's May 28th is when the phone call. Why does it say reference telephone call or regarding whatever that means, regarding telephone call on June 1st, 2017? When saying for the record, I'm so sorry about your disappointment in our justice system, but what do it have to do with concerts? What point you're trying to prove? Uh, I am really truly about your position and our telephone. I'm really truly whatever about your position in our telephone conversation Sunday night. What? 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 Sunday night was not the first. Sunday night that year was May 28th. So I don't get it, man. I don't fucking know. My friend, it sounds like you are going to kill or murder someone or some people. Again, it sounds like this guy's dropping a dime on him, dude. It sounds like he's like, I don't know. Please, whatever it is, I would like to talk to you about it or we can discuss it. Please don't go on any shooting rampage like some fool. Okay, so now he doesn't sound like he's dropping down. Now it sounds like he wants to like stop him. Steve, the police will shoot you down like a dog if they even know you have a weapon and threatening the security, uh, something of the state security. I think it's fiber. It's fiber of the state of nation. I'm overthinking everything, dude. That's been my whole day. It's overthinking this crap. Okay. Um I'm sorry. Oh my god, this letter. Steve, police will shoot you down like a dog if they even know you have a weapon and threatening the security fiber of the state of nation. So does that mean that Paddock was telling him that he was trying to, uh, somewhere or some way threaten the nation, through some sort of act like this, like some sort of terror act or whatever? I can't come to Nevada right now. B, because I have to get ready to surrender to the prison on June 5th, which is in 4 days, if this is the date's correct up top. I told you I have to turn myself in on June 5th, 2017, to serve 2 years on a bogus probation violation. I will be back in about 15 months. Okay, so he doesn't plan on serving the whole 2 years. But my good friend, please don't do nothing stupid. I will try to wish, I will try to work it out, whatever it is. I am begging you, don't do anything stupid. You said you would go to battle and you would be the victor with 150 dead under your belt is nonsense. See, shit's like escalating, man. It's escalating as this guy gets closer to his prison date. Please don't talk like that about hurting innocent people, women, and children. What do Hilter's birthday? Um, yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, if this is legit, there's no way the shooting was revenge on casinos. Yeah, it sounds like it was. It was. It, I mean, to me, this sounds like he was pissed off that his friend went to jail for something. For something that was this guy's claiming was bogus. Um, and it sounds kind of fucked up because the guy's just saying he bought a truck and didn't claim it on his taxes and got in trouble for that as a parole violation, which sounds really shitty to put somebody in jail for. Um, so I'm guessing this means Hitler. I'm guessing it's got to. What do Hitler birthday have to do with anything? You ask if I knew what day April 20 was. I am sorry I did not know the answer. I am not facts of Mr. Hitler. He was a murderer. What is the big day coming up you are getting ready for? You cost you lost me. What do you mean you will be on TV? Steve, what are you going to do? Please call me. Mr. Hilter, birthday, have passed. By the way, I cannot, under any condition, get you in touch with any foreign agent or terror group. If I could, I would not. Again, what the fuck? So he asked this guy if he knew anybody from a foreign agency or terror group. So Paddock was looking for help. Is that what this means? I mean, if this is legit, I mean, it's all based on if this is legit or not. And I mean, man, it sounds like Paddock was just losing his shit. Like, seriously. But I mean, that's what I'm reading out of this, man, is that Paddock asked this dude on the phone. I guess it's referencing a phone call, whatever. Uh, um, Paddock asked him if he could get a hold of some foreign group or whatever uh, for something he was about to do, which I think we can all kind of, from the rest of this, you know, uh, uh, paragraph here, we can take it to mean that it's all the same thing. That he's talking about the concerts and all that sort of stuff. He's talking about uh, murdering innocent people, and that he's trying to get a hold of a terrorist group. What the fuck, man? And we're not calling this terrorism? It's crazy. I mean, I guess for the victims, I guess we should be happy they didn't call it terrorism, because that would have been screwed up for them. But still, I mean, for the lawsuits and stuff. But I'm an American. I love my country, and I am not and never do anything against her. I will die for my country. That's why I went to war. I am a Marine and proud to be. Let's see. The hell? Some noise going on here. See you in 15 to 16 months. I have no paper and can travel. Okay. I will see you in Nevada. Let's see. So be cool and stop talking crazy. We have a lot to do. Whew, that sounds ominous. Um, let's see. You are not going to war with anyone. You are not going to kill 100 people. Why? You are not cut like that. You are a lover, not a murderer. Your little secret I will take to my grave. No, you won't, because you just told everybody. I will never tell a soul, not even your girl, so don't even worry about me. Well, brother, it's out. If the secret is the 2012, whatever the fuck that was. Um, hey, listen, while I am doing this little time, I will need you to keep a few dollars on my account when you can, so I can maintain my health and daily needs. He wants money on his books. I am also hoping that you get things together by the time I'm back. Are we still going to open up an office together? It's weird. Just the way it's, I don't know. It's weird. Let me know. This is why you have to stop talking stupid. Killing people or police law enforcement is not the way to go. What did you mean when you said you wanted to call 911 and summon the police department on a bogus call? And then, uh, I guess, knock them off one by one? You were kidding, right? I don't believe you have that killer's instinct. So please stop talking like that. You are too intelligent to do something stupid. I love you, man, and I miss you. I will see you when my vacation ends. By the way, I could not locate Charles. Is that Scriven? He must died. Best wishes, Tim Nixon. Uh, who's Charles Scriven? That's that. I mean, that could be interesting. That could be interesting. Let me see. I'm just curious. I'm just curious. I'm gonna get on so many lists doing this. Fuck, this is stupid. Um, theologian. Yeah, theologian. Oh, okay. So Charles Scriven. Um, there's a Wikipedia page on him. Okay, well let's see this real quick because I've kind of gone over my time limit anyway on this. So yeah, I think I'm gonna cut this short after that one. I think that's much as nonsense I can handle for one night. Charles Scriven, born 1945, Prineville, Oregon, is Seventh Day Adventist theologian who served as president of Kettering College from 2000 through 2013. He is a member of the board of directors of the Kettering Foundation and chair of the board of Adventist Forums, publisher of Spectrum magazine. Um, I thought Paddock wasn't into religion. No paper means no parole or probation after his release. He can leave the state to see Steve. Oh, okay. Ah, thanks for that. Let's see. Paddock suicidal. Take care. We'll listen later. Take care, man. Um, let's see. Career. After attending Walla Walla University, College Place, Washington, Scriven obtained a master's degree in divinity. What? That is a thing? Are you fucking kidding me? A master's degree in divinity? What? That's some Dungeon and Dragon shit right there, man. What the hell is that? Playing World of Warcraft or something? In 1984, he obtained a PhD in systematic theology and Christian social ethics at the Graduate Theological Union in Berkeley, California. Berkeley, it figures. It figures. Um, he served 6 years as minister in the Seventh Day Adventist Church in Sligo in Montgomery County, Maryland. In 1992, he was appointed president of Columbia Union College at Tacoma Park, Maryland. He has been an editor of Insight, the Seventh Day Adventist magazine for young people. I'm guessing this is the same guy. I mean, he's about the right age, but I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong, but, he's born in 1945, so, um, age, 78. It looks like he's still alive, actually. Kettering College president Charles Scriven to retire, and that was in 2022. So, yeah, I think this guy's still alive if this is him. If this is actually what's written there, I'm not completely 100% sure because I can't read this guy's scribble that well. But, if that's who that is, I don't know. Um, I mean, maybe, since this guy is a Christian, obviously, because he keeps talking about, going to heaven and stuff like that. Maybe this guy was, looking for Charles Scriven, and, he said he was gonna try and call him and have him call Paddock or something. I mean, I guess I could infer that maybe this guy, as on the phone was saying, "Hey, man, I should talk to my buddy Charles Scriven. I haven't talked to him in a while, and he can help you. He can be your spiritual guide." And they said he must have died. Maybe couldn't get a hold of him somehow. I don't know. Google search brought him up pretty quick though, but whatever. Uh, I'm guessing this is 2017. Let's do one more. Let's do one more. I'm on page 11 out of 23. So this one day before he goes into prison. Mr. Jimmy Nixon, P.O. Box. That's weird. Mr. Jimmy Nixon now. Um, okay. Dear Mr. Paddock. So he was in a Mr. mood this day. I remember, I think one of the, I think it was, who was it that mentioned this? I think it was Angela that mentioned this earlier in the night. Um, Yeah, this is very early for me to be doing this, man. I'm not thinking straight, but I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm working through it. But I think Angela pointed out that he's Mr. Paddock here instead of Steve, because everything's dear Steve. But he also used Mr. Jimmy Nixon. So this guy was in a Mr. mood this night for some weird ass reason. Um, Dear Mr. Paddock, please note that I am due to turn myself in to the Federal Bureau of Prisons on June 5th, 2017, at or by 3 p.m. I am so sorry I have to leave you out there alone. See, it's like weird, man. These guys had a weird relationship. Like it's bizarre. You are a real rock with a W, which that's an interesting way of spelling rock. And you need protection. Steve, you need help and badly. So please note, I will be be away, I'm guessing, for only about 15 months. So please use your head. Don't do anything stupid, and please don't go around shooting people. Jeez, what a nice fucking PSA that is. Um, I figure out what you are going to do, and I strongly advise you not to do it. I figured out what you were going to do, and I strongly advise you not to do it. So you knew what he was going to do. That's crazy. And he didn't drop a dime on it. So, I mean, unless he did, and the FBI dropped the ball or something. I don't know, but that's weird. Um, that's strange. Um, I figured out what you're going to do. How'd you figure it out? Like, but you know what he's going to do, and you didn't say nothing. That's okay. Um, you began stockpiling guns. Well, like you're telling his who talks like this, dude? Like you're telling his story. Like you're telling everything. Like you're just throwing it out there. That's crazy. You began stockpiling guns since 2013. Yeah, he knows if he's the one doing it, he knows this crap. Why are you regurgitating this shit information to him? It's weird. It's written weird. Like I said, it's like high school stuff, man. This is bizarre. You began stockpiling guns since 2013, and you even claim you were going to become a gun collector. What is wrong, buddy? Um, Weird. I mean, I guess okay with the what is wrong, buddy. I guess that kind of says, yeah, okay, because you're proving you're basing your statement off of you're basing your question off of the statement that you just proposed. So I guess that makes sense in that context. Okay, okay. I'm gonna stop overthinking that. This is my last day out in the free world, and I hope I hope something. Pray you don't do anything silly until I get back. I beg you not to go through with whatever it is you plan to do. I thought you knew what he planned to do. You said you figured it out. What the fuck? You said you trust me and you consider me as your friend. So why not tell me what you are doing? What? What? It's just crazy. This guy's like, hey, tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me. Tell me what you're gonna do, man. Tell me, did you kill that guy? You're asking him for like everything wrong he did. And it's like, that's just weird. It's weird. It's so strange, man. To like write a letter saying, hey, are you gonna kill people? Hey, bro, are you gonna kill people? Like, hey, bro, did you kill that guy that one time you said you killed that guy? Fuck, that's weird. Um, Steve, you said that I was the one who kept you from doing something bad for the past 4 years. So why not wait until I get back and you and I will sit down and discuss it? Please don't hurt innocent people. I beg you. If you go with a weapon, the police will kill you. I am here to tell you. Please rethink whatever it is you are doing or going to do. I want you to promise me you will not do anything stupid. I am so happy you call off your earlier event, whatever it was. Look, buddy, I can get you some help. You need to talk to someone who know how to deal with dreams. Here we go. Don't listen to what the damn dreams tell you. What the fuck? It will help you. I will help you all I can, but I will not be home for about 12 months at least. This is my last letter. Please email or call your friend Jim. And then at the bottom, what happened to the person you shot in Reno? Is that true? My God. Um, it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, they're both crazy. They're both nuts. Like, this is like painting a picture that Paddock is nuts, but it's also saying that this guy's nuts. But it's like, don't listen to the damn dreams. What the fuck? The dreams. Paddock's having dreams that are telling him to do shit. He's like hearing voices and shit. I mean, he's that far gone, off the mental fucking ledge that he's having dreams that are telling him what to do. That's crazy. And then this at the bottom, he writes in little chicken shit lettering too, man, which makes it even worse. What happened to the person you shot in Reno? Is that true? Dude, the fuck? It's weird, man. It's weird. And like it's just weird. And I keep hearing that damn Johnny Cash song every time I read that damn thing. Shot a man in Reno just to watch him die, and that's kind of what he's insinuating. So I don't know if like okay, so I don't know if he shot a dude in Reno. It doesn't even say he killed a person in Reno. It's saying he shot a dude in Reno. So maybe that's a different person than the other one that they talk about in was it Louisiana or something like that? Um, or he said the family in Louisiana would want to know what happened to the person or whatever. But I don't know. I don't know. Uh, this dude's nuts, man. This is crazy. I mean, not even like all the broken, weird, bad grammar, stuff like that. This dude's just nuts. Like who talks like this? Who asks people questions like that? That's just crazy. Like he's trying to get Paddock to admit to things that are completely like would it land him in prison for life, and yeah, he's trying to get him to admit this stuff. And it's like, that's crazy. It's really crazy. That's insane. Um, okay. Jim Nixon. Let's see. Dear Steve. Okay, I'll go a little longer. Thank you for a little chat and for your honesty. Okay, so this is June 3rd. So we went back in time. We just went back in time, right? Am I tripping? Yeah, because it's June 4th. So we went back in time now. So this is a letter before. Um, thank you for our little chat. And then June 1st was the one where he said we talked on Sunday on the phone. Um, no, the only thing we got, oh, maybe I'll stop there, man. So I have something to do tomorrow. Um, Nah, the only thing we got, as far as I know, is, we got this guy's voice on the Las Vegas Review Journal, right? And, I mean, I'm guessing that's him, right? I don't think the Review Journal would call some random dude and fake that. So, I'm guessing the Review Journal did their due diligence and got this guy on the phone. And the way he talked was a little broken too. He didn't really talk like, he said some weird stuff like, "Oh, what did he say? We spent time together. He stayed in my home. He stayed in my home." And it's like, and he sounded like he might have a southern accent or something. I don't know. It's hard to say, but um, I mean, like for an old man, and shit. But um, I don't know, dude. But as far as whether he's a friend of Panic or not, I mean, you know, what do we have here? We have a bunch of letters um, to Steve, and he does say Mr. Paddock in one letter, so we know it's Steve Paddock. Um, and the other guy even, points out, this guy Stephen Paddock who worked for the CIA for 15 years, uh, you know, is a guy you should work with. So, I mean, are these letters legit? That's the thing, like, if these letters are legit, this is crazy. This is fucking insane. If these letters are legit, I mean, here's your motive. Like, this is everything. And, I mean, I was thinking about this tonight, like, while my brain's fucking melting down, that if this is the motive, if this is actually what happened, the The FBI didn't technically lie, they just left a lot out, when they gave their three-page, "Oh, he had these stressors," and it's like, yeah, okay, he did, you know? He was having money issues, I guess, he was not making as much money gambling, I guess, but, they forgot to fucking mention that he was mental and he was losing his shit, through all of 2017 and telling this guy that he was going to do all this crap. They just left it all out. They told you like, that he planned well, I mean, I don't think they told you, but I think in the press conferences or something they were saying, I don't remember where that generated from, that he was planning on doing this at other venues, right? So like Lollapalooza was one, and I think it might have been the mainstream media that was pushing that, saying, "Yeah, he wanted to do this at Lollapalooza." I mean, I'm guessing this is where that rumor generated from. Well, that and the internet searches, right? So the internet searches do back this up to a point, right? Because of the Chicago, when they say when this guy, because he does in part of this, and I didn't read that far, I don't think, but when he says, he was going to do something really bad in Illinois, which I believe was Lollapalooza. So, that does confirm a little bit with the narrative with, well, not narrative, I should say that. That's a dirty word these days, but with the final report, you know, as far as his internet searches and stuff like that, how he's looking up Lollapalooza and stuff like that. Um, so this does kind of corroborate that. The problem is like You think he wrote them all after the fact, put fake dates on them? Um, I don't know, man. It's written on different paper, dude. So this wasn't all written at the same time, right? Because you got lined paper, you got unlined paper, within a day of each other. I mean, to me, this kind of reads like they're on the phone with each other, and this is a transcript, and somebody's writing this crap down as fast as possible because they're trying to, capture what they're saying as they're saying it. But I don't think that's the case because otherwise it wouldn't say "Dear Steve." But he could have written all the letters November 2017 when all the info he's alluding to was already in the public domain. Oh man, now you're breaking my brain again. Uh, let's see. I don't know, dude. I don't know if I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, because these letters are very, they're just. I mean, if you're talking about rewriting them, if you're talking about rewriting them, I guess. But like, no, these letters are. They're these letters aren't the same. These aren't a monolith. Like these letters are quite a bit different in their tone. So like in some of these letters, this guy's saying, um, he's saying kind of like, hey, are you okay? You need help, all this sort of stuff. I'll help you when I get out of prison. And it gets more and more desperate as it goes on, man. I guess he could have. I guess he could have like written kind of a story. Letters were also found in an abandoned office a few weeks after the shooting. This guy was in prison at the time. Was he? Was he? Oh yeah, wait, he was. You're right. 12 months. So that would have put him in prison all the way into 2018. He was in prison when Paddock did this. Um, yeah, yeah, that's a hard sell, bro. That's a hard sell. I mean, and yeah, these letters supposedly were not given to him by Jim Nixon, I don't think. These were given by someone else. Well, we don't know. We don't know who gave him the letters, right? Because that's all redacted within the vault. They were mailed to the LVMPD at 11/30, 2017. Okay, so that I'm guessing you got that directly from the vault because I don't really remember what it said in the vault. Um, but you don't think that like old office building and found them there. Yeah. So like, but that office building was I believe that office building was I don't know. Did we look up that address? I don't remember. Did was that office building, do we know that that was actually the office building in Mesquite, Texas that was attached to Central Park Apartments, which is now called something completely different? I mean, that's what I insinuated, so I'm not sure if that actually came from facts or if that came from just my head wandering. But if that's the case, I mean, then, it's pretty easy for the LVMPD or the FBI to figure out who sent this shit to them because it's gonna be obvious who moved into that office building, and they may even have a return address. It's hard to say, but I mean, that's a hard sell, dude. That's a hard sell for me to say, that this dude had some weird plot to be famous after the fact and decided to somehow get somebody outside of the prison system to mail this, to and it sounds like this guy what's weird is like this guy has a wife, right? At least it seems like he does in the early letter because there was another person with the same last name. Maybe it's not a wife, I don't know. But yeah, actually it was because she was 73. She was the same age, I believe, that he's supposed to be. The letter sent to the LVMPD had no return address nor postmark. Oh, okay. Shit, I don't remember reading that, but all right. Um still wouldn't be hard for them to figure out who it was. I mean, I'm guessing, if this is legit, then um, you're gonna find a phone call to these people who currently own the building saying, "Hey, what the fuck?" Or the people who bought the building previously. Probably every person that's run through that office probably got a phone call from the FBI saying, "Hey, what the hell's going on here?" Um, and did you know this guy and all that sort of stuff. But I don't know. Yeah, I mean, we don't have that information. So if that is out there, we don't know. Um, so I can say that that information would be out there if it exists, but we don't have it. So yeah, I don't know. But it's still hard for me to say that this guy wrote all this shit in prison. I mean, he could have, dude. This is all written really shittily. Like this guy had didn't even have a pencil, just had a piece of chalk and was writing this crap. Or a piece of what are they carbon or whatever the fuck pencils are made out of. Um, whatever they give you in prison to write your stuff. Because I don't think they give you sharp, pointy objects. But that would explain why it's written so shitty. That all this stuff was written in prison, then smuggled out of the prison, then sent to the LVMPD. But I just don't know. That's a stretch, man. Serious stretch. I mean, that's like, whew, that's going way off the deep end, man. That's jumping the shark hard, dude. But I mean, is it possible? Yeah, it's possible. But is it plausible? I just don't see that being a thing. But then it would explain why it was written so shittily. Why this is so crappy and just a mess. Why it's not typed up instead of, written. Um, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, you see the edges of the paper here that were when it was copied. He wrote right to the margins on this one. He wrote right to the margins on no, he didn't on these ones. This looks like the line stuff was probably out of some sort of stationary notebook kind of thing. And these are different ones. So this is once again on unlined paper. So probably printer paper, maybe. It's likely. And then this was some sort of a notebook kind of thing. And this was June 4th. This was, I believe, on the 3rd, or is this the one on the 1st? No, this is the 1st. So this one was written on the 1st. And then we go into the 3rd, and on the 4th, we have lined paper. And then on the 3rd, we have unlined paper, which is a little strange. Yeah, I think that's a stretch. I do think that's a serious stretch. I mean, especially considering like there's different papers being used here. Um, you would think if he like wrote this like a manuscript or a novel all at one time, it'd be on the same stuff. His handwriting's a little different, which I mean, you could say he wrote this over the. I mean, if you're going that route, right? You could say he wrote this over a period of time. But here you got this dear Mr. Jimmy Nixon. He's using the Balk Springs, Texas address, which is kind of strange. Um, that's one weird thing, though, man. It's like he's having Paddock send all his crap to a PO box. I mean, what the fuck is up with this guy? But like even like dear Mr. Paddock, like um, oh god, I can't even think straight right there. That's even written kind of a bit differently than here's dear Steve. And you see the dots after the Steve, they're a lot different than what you got up here. Um, so it looks like it was written with a different pen or pencil, possibly. Possibly. Let's see. These all look the same, but it's hard to say whether the thickness on that pen is the same or not. Looks a little different. Looks quite a bit different. I mean, these are probably all in pen anyway. I don't think they give you pens in prison. You're gonna shank people with those things. Um, yeah, see, here we go. But please promise me you won't travel to Illinois to make a human graveyard. So he's talking about, I'm guessing Lollapalooza right there. I don't know what the date was on Lollapalooza that year. I'm gonna have to look that up. I'll do that tomorrow when I go through this thing. But I don't know, bro. I mean, it looks legit to me. I hate to say it, man. At first, I thought this was all a bunch of bullshit, but it's starting to look legit, dude, because this breaks the fucking narrative wide open. This does not fit with the narrative because, the narrative is this guy was either pissed off casinos, he was stressed out because he was losing money, decided to shoot up this concert to get back at MGM or something of that nature, or the casinos in general, or the fucking gambling industry in Vegas. I don't know, but this is painting a picture that Paddock was losing his freaking marbles, and he was losing his marbles because his friend was going to prison, and he was pissed off about that because the justice system did his friend dirty. I mean, that's what it seems like to me. That's what it looks like. It looks like that's the narrative that is painted. If you use just these letters in themselves, and you had to come up with a motive based only and solely off these letters, not knowing anything else, forgetting about all the other bullshit that's involved here, just these letters alone. What it's telling you is that Paddock went crazy because this dude went to prison, was done dirty by the system, and Paddock was mad about it. And Paddock was trying to get, revenge, not justice, but revenge for his friend ending up in prison, which is crazy because, like, what? He did 12 months? He did 12 fucking months, man. I mean, he'd already done a couple of years, I think. And now he's going to do 12 months. And he's freaking out about that, which is strange because the way he says, like, he says, Paddock said that, you know, uh, told him that that this guy, this Nixon guy, was the reason that Paddock stayed out of trouble for the last 4 years. So Paddock was leaning heavily on this guy. It's just a weird relationship these two had, if this is like legit. But then we're taking this from the eyes of this Nixon guy, which seems a little screwball. And so he may be reading it wrong. He may be reading what Steve's saying wrong, or it's just weird. It's weird. Like if I just read this straight out, I would think that Steve and this guy had some sort of like intimate kind of relationship, right? That's kind of what I it seems like to me. Like these dudes are always together, they're always hanging out, they're just, hip and hip, but that can't really be the case, especially not when the guy's like having to call them and write them and do all this weirdness. Um, and we know, Paddock wasn't always, hanging out with this guy in Mesquite, Texas, but um, especially on this date, at this point he was in Nevada most of the time. So it's just weird. It's weird. It's weird. I think the LVMPD did not check the letters before they handed them over to the Las Vegas. I don't know, dude. I don't know. The LVMPD has gone through a change. Lombardo is no longer the sheriff in town, literally. And you now have, I think, is it McMahill? I'm not sure, but I think McMahill took over, if I remember right. Um, so even though if it is McMahill, which I think it is, um, McMahill was actually, his kind of his right hand man through a lot of this. So McMahill was there for this. He knows, he understands the whole Vegas thing, and what happened that night, most likely, the truth behind everything. He had all the information, I'm guessing, and but he's in charge now, and I mean, 5 years later, did the LVMPD even decide to read this crap, or did they just hand it off? So maybe. Sorry, yeah, possible. No, I was I don't know. I think he might be referencing like what we were talking about earlier, because I mean I to me it's like, what is this like? You know, this stuff does not seem like something they would. It does not seem like stuff. Um, what do you mean by that? Who's cherry picking? Um, to me, it just doesn't seem like this is something that would be released, right? This is like nothing we've seen before. Nothing, like absolutely nothing. I mean, this is crazy. We've heard little bits about Stephen Paddock, um, said Hitler was a good dude or whatever the fuck. Um, I think I remember seeing that somewhere and something. But talking about the guys at the Oklahoma City Bombers or something like that. But this is like actual legit letters. And then we had the rumor floating around that he was part of the CIA, that he was FBI, that he was this, he was that, and all that sort of stuff. But this is the first time we've actually seen this in writing from someone who claims to be his friend. I mean, it's just weird. And then we have names. We have all kinds of names in this stuff. We have addresses. We have just all kinds of information that if this was given to us like by the FBI, it would all be redacted. These would be blank pages. Everything would be blank. There'd be nothing on these pages. There would be like that little Hilter comment, um, you know, and that would be kind of it. And nothing's redacted here. Absolutely nothing. So did they fuck up? And I think who was it? I think it was Matt earlier that said something on. I think when we were talking, he was talking on Angela's. He said something about was it Matt? I think it was Matt. Said he thinks someone's going to get in trouble for releasing this, and I think it's possible, man. Whether it's somebody at the LVMPD for releasing this shit, or whether it's someone at the Review Journal for giving this shit out, somebody's probably gonna get their ass chewed in the morning if they find out that this is out there. So I don't really know. Yeah, I have a feeling it was a mistake. I'll be honest with you. I think it was because I don't see. We've never seen anything like this, and I just think that like I don't know if they meant to do this, man. I think somebody dropped the ball, didn't read this, said, "Who cares? Just a bunch of letters. Let's just send it to them." Maybe they gave it to the Review Journal, thinking that the Review Journal wasn't going to do anything but a stupid, what they did, and they didn't do much. And then maybe they didn't think they would get out past that because the Review Journal did not do this thing justice at all. And I don't really expect them to be honest with you. But with that, I think I'm done, man. I've done 2 hours, man, and I've only gotten halfway through this, and I got to get some sleep. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I'll do some more tomorrow night, and I'll try and get through the rest of this um, in the morning tomorrow. Tomorrow morning. God, I can't even think straight anymore. But yeah, so have fun with this. Everybody read this, man, because this is very interesting. And I'll talk to you on the next one. Stay safe out there.